Hello, everybody. Dave Neal here, stand-up comedian, host of Bachelorette Recap, a guys review. As you guys know, tons of Bachelor Nation content to get into. I like to cover tough topics. I like to cover irreverent topics. This is an irreverently untough topic to cover. It is detective work, and we love some good detective work in Bachelor Nation. Do me a favor, all of my young detectives out there. Detect your way on top of that like button and hit the subscribe button. It'll help my channel get the love I think it deserves. Some of you guys do not. Some people unsubscribed yesterday. I never even know what video it is when I find out I've pissed someone off. You kind of just got to spray in all directions and try to hit some bullseyes. All right, well, we hit a bullseye on this story here. This is technically a Bachelor in Paradise spoiler. It is not a severe one. It is not a life-changing who done it, who won the thing spoiler. So with that said, I'm just going to get right into it. But this is your last chance to tap away. And I will promote, you can join the Patreon at patreon.com/Dave Neal for insider information. This next episode, which I'm going to be recording today and dropping first thing in the morning, will be about my trip to Belize. I'll be talking about all the exploration and fun I had. It's Patreon is a little bit less Bachelor focused and more on the personal side of things. Stuff I don't really feel comfortable sharing on here. Not because I'm not an open book, but because the algorithm could care less about my life. All right, let's jump right into this. So anyway, here we are. We've got a situation happening. I don't know why it's so small here. This is the BachelorNation.scoop. Of course, with the work done on Reddit, they found a, we love a good match. We love when we can look in the back of one person's photos and find something else out about another photo. So here we have Becca Kufrin. So the spoiler that we're going to be sharing is the different contestants that go on Bachelor in Paradise. Some are not on the original cast list. Becca Kufrin is on this upcoming season of Bachelor in Paradise, which airs August 16th. I don't know what date she enters. Is she in the original cast? I'm not sure. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We'll watch the show. By the way, my dog also loves these nice rugs like this. Oh, how cute is that? Loves a good rug. So here she is, and it's just a normal selfie photo. Every lady out there needs a nice tall, mirror to take that good outfit of the day photo. But, like any good single woman in her 20s or 30s, I don't even know at this point. That's a compliment to you. Probably 30s. We've got a nice tree. Single ladies love plants. I know all women hate being generalized. Get it? That's a joke. I'm generalizing here. But the point is, single men don't have plants, okay? The closest thing I had to a plant when I lived in a bachelor pad was the mold growing up the shower curtain. All right, folks? Is that a plant? I think that's a different, I don't think that counts as a plant life. But anyway, let's get into it. Algae, we had a lot of algae in the pool. That's a plant, algae in the pool. Didn't put my chlorine shock in right. So she's here. Now, it's been noted that she, on the show, Bachelor in Paradise, again, we're running with the spoiler here, that she dates Thomas from Katie's season. Now, Thomas left when she was like, Thomas, and she had the rose, and then he, approached her, and she said, get out of here, and she threw the rose at him like a hungry wolf that he is, just threw him scraps to run out into the street and get. Well, maybe Thomas isn't that bad of a guy. I've said this all along. Thomas is like, yeah, if it didn't work out with Katie, maybe I would want to be the Bachelor. And everyone's like, oh, you're the worst. And it's like he basically said things you're not supposed to say, which on some intellectual level, some people can be smart and not have common sense. Maybe he shouldn't have said that in front of the guys, not realizing that they are not just his peers. They're also competing for the same woman, and maybe they wouldn't, they'll use that information against him. So anyway, whatever the case may be, he was a big contender in Katie's season. I mean, come on, they were making out, her Spanx were showing, it was a big deal. And then all of a sudden, she's sending him off to the pasture, which ended up being a palapa in Mexico. So it was reported he dates Becca, and everyone goes, hey, yeah, well, I'm all about love. Find your match. What's wrong for someone might be right for someone else. He didn't attend the Men Tell All. He Skyped in. No one knows why, but here was his Skype, which looks like, a scene from The Office. But he Skypes in, and people are quick to point out the plant. Like I said, men don't do plant. We don't do plants. Leave a comment, gentlemen, and let me know if you disagree. But single guys don't do plants. I don't know what it is. We're just too busy trying to find a lady. We're not going to raise a fern. And you know what I mean? We can't multitask like that. But anyway, is this the same? Now, we're going to have people that are looking at roots and, plant species and bugs on the tree. It's got like 6, by the way, I never understood how a plant could have such thick trunks or branches or whatever, but such a small little base here. You know what I mean? Like, where does all the plant come from? I don't know. I missed that day in science class. So anyway, is it the same thing? And, to take this one step farther, people go, well, this plant isn't tall, but this is a tall plant. And you go, well, he's well over 6 feet tall. Could he be standing here? Which my thought would be, why would someone be standing in a Skype interview? Most people don't have the professional tripods that even go that tall. He would need a 6 foot tall tripod if that's what he's doing, or have it, set on something higher up. So I thought he would be sitting. But your boy over here, Dave Neal, Power Recapper, formerly Belizean Bad Boy, okay, aka Linen Shirt Dave, internationally renowned. I'm looking at this going, hey, that's a bamboo towel rack. Bamboo towel racks aren't short. So we get into this. Look at this, folks. Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. This, and again, you can have different sizes, bamboo towel ladder, but this one's 6 foot tall. Technically 73 inches, which is over 6 feet, right? So Thomas is over 6 feet too. So the question of whether he's standing or not, it appears, that he is standing, and in which case this tree length for an indoor tree would be lining up. So that's all we've got. That's the whole story. Now, why is he Skyping in from Becca's? Well, unless they're friends and he had bad internet, he's like, oh, could I borrow your 5G? I don't have good. Unless that's the case, they're bumping Harrison's, which is fine. I'm sure, excuse me, they'll find their love. So we read the comments here. It gets a lot of fun. This is possibly some top-level detective work by a follower. Look at the 2 photos. Do you think the plant and blanket are the same? Are Becca and Thomas trying things outside of BIP? 100% got me inspecting tree leaf patterns here. They 100% are. I don't know, but her plant seems taller. And that's when people replied, unless he's standing. If Thomas was standing in the video, you have to keep in mind he is 6'6". Oh, people were assuming he was sitting. I wouldn't be surprised. Don't most Bachelor in Paradise couples do that anyways? I also have that plant and blanket. Oh, so someone else, are you and Thomas dating? Becca who? Okay. Definitely not the same plant or room. 22 people said that. Not the same plant or room. So people were wondering, are those crystals, the pleather pants don't matter. Someone says, these are totally not the same. The wall Thomas is in front of is a brick wall. Becca's wall appears to be drywall. And then someone comments, I thought it looked brick too, but I think it's the panels from the screen they were showing at the taping. You can see the lines on his face too. All right, so we zoom it in there, and what looked like a cylinder or brick wall might be the panels from the TV screen. Again, very hard to tell here. Very hard. It looks like a little candle diffuser thing. This is by no means the decor of a man. Again, I don't mean this as some toxic way, like men can't have candles. Men can have all the candles they want, but they don't. We don't do candles and plants. We accept them into our lives because our ladies do. We accept 12 pillows on the bed. We accept candles, lamps, and 7 types of conditioner. Why? I don't know, but we do. I bought Axe last night. Or is it Old Spice? I don't even know the difference at this point. Let's call it Old Spice. I bought Old Spice Swagger last night, okay? I got the Swagger. I got the good stuff. And Tasha goes, how many bottles of Axe body wash do you need? And I go, I've only got 1. So in her mind, she thinks I've got 7 or 8 different bottles of body wash, but it's her who's got the pre-shampoo, the conditioner that only works on the side, and then the top part that you leave in on a Tuesday. It's like, ladies, you're too complicated. What are you doing? Anyway, I digress. Point is this video is really more for me than it is for you. So people asked, why isn't Thomas made a surprise Bachelorette Men Tell All appearance and Twitter is not happy, that's really on Twitter and everyone's projecting. Look, for all we know, this is a good guy, okay? He's done nothing malicious. In fact, every single time people accused him of things, he didn't snap back, he didn't escalate. He kind of, if anything, he's the type of simple idiot who gets thrown under their bus and doesn't defend himself because he wants to be likable, and he didn't stand up for himself enough and be like, hey, y'all are taking what I said out of context, because that's exactly what they did. They took everything he said out of context. I'm not a Thomas hater. He didn't look great on it. he didn't look like he knew what he was getting himself into. So anyway, Katie accidentally referred to Aaron as Thomas. So clearly Thomas was on her mind still. Clearly there's maybe, we've all got that person that didn't work out for us, but we think about them every once in a while. We only wax poetic, which someone asked what wax poetic means. It means when you think about an ex, you think about the positives, not the negatives, okay? It's like when I wax poetic about living in New York City, I think about getting a bagel at the bodega, and I think about walking through Central Park on a spring day. I don't think about stepping on a cockroach at 3 a.m. when I had to use the bathroom, okay? You wax poetic. That's what our brain does. It remembers the good. So just remember, if you're thinking about an ex, they're an ex for a reason, all right? You can still wax poetic, but they're an ex for a reason. I wonder if Katie Thurston's going to wax poetic when it comes to thinking about Thomas in the future. Hey, folks, we're just waxing it off. Waxed, vaxed, and full of jacks. I don't know. Ran out of rhymes there. All right, so anyway, this story's over. The story's over. If anyone wants to buy a bamboo thing, you can. It's right there. Hey, they're nice. It's a nice little ladder rack. I don't know what you do. Never try to climb one of these, though. This will not work out well. It is meant for your toiletries. Not your toilet. You know what I mean. Anyway, so that's the story. And then, of course, this came out afterwards as people were doing their detective work. This is, I believe, and someone commented, I couldn't figure out, is Minnow, this is Becca's dog, right? So let's go to the dog. Is this the same dog? She loves that corgi life. So I don't know if this is the same dog. Let's assume it is. This photo's from a year ago. But of course here we've got that same plant. But just confirming that we have the plant, I would need to see other parts of these objects in Thomas's video. Like if there was that little candle thing, it would be obvious. So according to the information provided as a detective, this would not stand up in the court of law. But I will say, most likely, when there's smoke, there's fire. So this does stand up in the court of public opinion. You heard it here first, folks. Actually, you heard it over there, and I ripped him off. But you heard my opinion here first, folks, is that Becca and Thomas are still together following their romp in Bachelor in Paradise. Let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment. This video was what I would consider pointless, but if it made you smile, then it made it worth it for me. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. 4 p.m. live stream. See ya. Bye.